What does it mean to be yourself? Like many Americans, I was bullied as a child. And it started in kindergarten, but it didn't stop there. The first lesson that I learned from those experiences was to just be quiet and stay small. If you don't allow yourself to be seen, then no one can hurt you. So I told myself. This was, of course, completely false. I still found myself getting hurt in life, emotionally and physically, because that's what happens when you're alive. Sometimes life hurts. Sorry to burst your bubble. That's what happens sometimes. And the key to enjoying life, from what I've found, is not to avoid getting hurt. It's learning to transform the experience of pain into an opportunity for something better. My childhood, my childhood experiences with bullies opened up a portal within me that led me to a realization that some people never learn until they are midway through a much longer life. I discovered that it was possible for me to love myself even when other people did not and could not love and validate me. I realized that it is possible for people who I admired and even people who I deeply loved, people who I thought were supposed to like me no matter what, to reject me or to shame me. And remarkably, I still had the power to not only survive the rejection of those other people, but to flourish in spite of it. Today's prompt is: how do you claim your personal power? For me, I was called fat and ugly by people who thought that they could make me hate my body. Some of those people were very close to me. Some of those people didn't know me at all. And they tried to make me feel shame and hate for the body that I have to exist in every day. Yet, here I am today, fully in love with this body that I call mine. I was called stupid and boring by people who wanted me to doubt myself. And still, I completed my education through college, and I continue to educate myself every day. And I have never given up on my own ideas. I still choose to believe that my opinions matter. I've even started a blog and a podcast and a YouTube channel, committing to share myself and my ideas with anyone who is willing to listen. I believe that my opinions matter. I believe that my ideas are worth sharing in spite of things that other people have tried to tell me about myself. So, how is this possible? When we think about the ways in which various people, places, and moments in time have made us feel powerless, it can be easy to sink into the emotional responses that we have to those experiences. It is so tempting to believe the stories that other people create for us. Maybe I am fat and stupid, is something that I've thought many times to myself, about myself. And the sad truth is, these stories that other people create, these stories are powerful. And they have the potential to weigh us down if we let them. The truth about these stories, though, is that, I guess the beautiful truth, the happy truth about these stories is that they are mythical, right? They are only as true as we allow them to be. Other people do not get to define who we are. We define ourselves for ourselves. Always. Bullies have taught me a lot about myself, but not because I chose to believe their versions of the truth. In order to move forward with my own life and to find ways to be happy and confident in my own skin, I had to choose an alternative truth. I had to ask questions like, so what if I am fat? Who cares? What does that mean? What's so wrong with that? I had to open my mind to the possibility that even if the bullies were right, even if they chose to reject me for the way that I am, I still had a right to accept me, to accept myself just as I am. Even if someone else chose to believe that I was ugly, I still had a right to see myself as beautiful and deserving of love. That's the key. Deserving of love, my own love, and the love of anyone who is willing to really see me and accept me as I am. Amazingly, the more I decided to love the ugly, fat, and stupid version of myself that other people wanted me to see, the more I began to see a different version of myself, a better version of myself, a beautiful, healthy, and capable human who shines even brighter than I ever did before. That, to me, is true power. And it's the kind of power that other people cannot take away from you. Once you have it, you've got it. It's yours, and it comes from within. So again, today's prompt is, how do you claim your personal power? And some related questions are, when and how have you given your power away? In what ways have you allowed others to define you? What does it look like when you reclaim your power? Who do you become when you are empowered to define yourself? We can explore these questions together, one-on-one, when you book a consultation call with me. And you can visit theharmonicspirit.com to find out more about how to do that. You can also tune in to the next episode of the Divine Anarchy podcast, where I will be discussing some of these ideas with a very good friend of mine who found her own journey to self-empowerment outside the rigid walls of her family's religion. And that episode will be available on the Substack and on YouTube on September 1st. So you can subscribe to the Substack at kaylabeard.substack.com. And you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Harmonic Spirit, on YouTube, and tune in on September 1st to hear that episode. Until then, stay curious.